We're taking you live to Opposition Leader Anthony Albanese.
Just another 3, give us a go. Well, Australia simply cannot afford 3 more years of the same. 3 more years of the same. 3 more years of never accepting responsibility. 3 more years of a Prime Minister, when confronted with the challenges of his own making, or just challenges that come to pass in our great country, always has the same response. It's not my job, is what he says. Well, I want the job and I want to do the job. Now, at this election, there is a real choice. There's a better choice. That choice is Labor and our plan to build a better future. A Labor government that will use the lessons of the pandemic to make Australia stronger, more resilient. We need to learn those lessons and build back stronger. A Labor government that has a plan to address the cost of living crisis. Cheaper childcare, cheaper electricity prices, cheaper medicines. A plan to strengthen Medicare and fix aged care. A plan to make jobs more secure. Too many people are working in casualised employment. The figure that we have now is that 500,000 Australians are working 3 or more jobs. That's not the starting point that people have. That's because they need to do that, to just pay their rent, to put food on the table, to pay their bills. And yet, what does this government say about those cost of living pressures? They say that it's enough to have one-off payments, a $250 payment. We supported that. But it ends. It ends. It's over. It's already done. No structural changes to make people's lives easier. Well, the payments from this government are temporary, but the pain of their neglect is permanent. And that's why we need to change the government. We need a government with a plan to make more things here, to have a future made in Australia. And today I'll outline just some of the measures specifically for Tasmania that we've worked on with the private sector to make sure that we can do just that. I make this point. We are the only party at this election seeking to govern in our own right. Only Labor. The so-called coalition, it's an odd coalition where the Deputy Prime Minister thinks that the Prime Minister can't be trusted, and the more that you know him, the less trustworthy he is. But nonetheless, that's what's there. But they have a coalition agreement which is secret, that they resist all FOI attempts, all legal attempts. Don't you think that Australians have a right to know what the basis of the government is? But under this government, no. We will govern in our own right. We won't be doing deals with minor parties. We will have, on May 21, with the support of the Australian people, a Labor government that implements the program that we're outlining during this election. Because when you vote for a Labor candidate like my friend Ross Hart, you're voting to make life better for yourself, your children, your community, your state of Tasmania and the nation. Because when you elect a Labor member of Parliament, you're also getting a team with the experience, the intellect, the compassion and the ambition to shape Australia's future. Our priority, just as it always has been, will be to use the power of government to change the lives of Australians for the better. Two big sub-themes I talk about during this campaign. No one left behind, because Labor will always look after the disadvantaged, but also no one held back, because Labor is the party of aspiration and opportunity. I know it, it's my personal story. It's my personal story. We are the party that built Medicare in the face of fierce opposition from the Liberals. Protecting universal health care has been one of the fundamental divides between the two major parties, and strengthening Medicare will be a key focus of an incoming Labor government. We'll roll out 50 GP-led Medicare urgent care clinics across the country, including one right here in Lonnie. These clinics will be open for longer hours, 7 days a week. They'll provide a whole range of medical services for life's unexpected surprises that come along. The kid with the broken arm or an ear infection. They will make it easier for Australians to see a doctor when they need it. And with their own nursing staff, walk-in urgent care clinics will help to take the pressure off hospital emergency departments, which have been under enormous strain during the pandemic. Importantly, particularly here in Tasmania, something that no matter where I've been, whether it's Launceston, Burnie, Hobart, Richmond, everywhere in between, bulk billing is such a big issue. And access to bulk billing is something that I heard this morning walking around here. These services will be bulk billed, and that will make a major difference. You will not need your wallet, just your Medicare card. Now, Labor will also restore telehealth, psychiatric consultations for rural and regional Australians. This is absolutely crucial, because it wasn't just our physical health that the pandemic took a toll on. Similarly, it's why we have a program of support for every school to help our youngest Australians overcome the difficulties that came from not having that social interaction that's so important at school level, and why we have that program. But in terms of telehealth, it's so critical, because the truth is that the pandemic has made serious inroads into our emotional and mental health. We'll reverse this government's reprehensible cut to psychiatric telehealth consultations. And we will make medicines cheaper for Australians. Now, the price of medications is just one of the things that's gone up under the Morrison government, just like the cost to see a doctor has gone up. We'll reduce the cost of medications on the PBS by $12.50, making it cheaper for general patients. Under Labor, the maximum price will be $30. Now, the Pharmaceutical Benefit Scheme has something in common with other great institutions and reforms that define the idea of a fair go in Australia. All of them done by Labor. Done by Labor. Labor will also improve the lives of Australian children with hearing difficulties. Kids with hearing loss deserve the best possible start in life and the best possible care and support, no matter where they live. A Labor government will ensure that our children are looked after, whether through digital or on-the-ground support services. We will fund the development of the digital Here Hub platform run by Shepherd Centres. What Shepherd Centres do is provide support services, including development of speech and communication skills, life skills, and emotional resilience, areas where hearing impaired children and teens need that intensive clinical support. Now, this service is available in all the states of Australia except one. See if you can guess which one. Once again, Tasmania has been left off the map of Australia fashioned by the Morrison government. Well, we'll ensure that every state has these centres, not 5 out of 6, and we'll service the whole state with 2 centres based in Hobart and Launceston. Now, this is precisely the sort of policy that I say will make a real difference to Australians. The kind of thing that I mean when I say no one held back and no one left behind. Good health care with Medicare at its foundation gives Australians the sense of security and confidence that makes it possible to plan ahead and to achieve their aspirations.